Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Super Mario Odyssey on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, by entering Bowser's Wedding Hall through the top, we get access to, yay, another Power Moon up in the rafters. Mwah.
Clever. Very clever. And now, cutscene. Oh, not yet. Okay, and now, cutscene. Whoop,
Now, cutscene, Mr. Cloud. We object, Mr. Bowser.
What the hell is Pauline doing here?
Oh, well, we stopped by at New Donk City, and yeah, remember? We met her up in there.
What do you mean the ring doesn't fit?
Hey, Tiara.
Evil organ.
Very evil organ. Into a pit trap.
Guys, aren't we still on the moon? What happened to the moon gravity? You can't negate gravity just by putting a shed around you. Oh, okay. Now we are in the shadow realm.
We are in the mantle of the moon. I'm not even entirely sure if the moon has a mantle. I'm pretty sure it has a core, but...
But coming to a wedding uninvited!
And so we have engaged in the final boss, Bowser. Specifically, Wedding Bowser. Mwahaha! So, just like the first time that we fought him, our objective is specifically to take control of Bowser's hat and then punch him in the face. Like so.
Put him up.
And jump.
Nice. Just like in Super Mario 64, we must fling Bowser to the outer rings of the arena.
And then we had to play the jump rope mini game from Super Mario Party 2, or was it 3?
The dance floor is heating up.
So yeah, the fight is honestly not all that much more complicated. I mean, he does get the additional fire breath, and he does throw like more dangerous projectiles at us as the fight goes on, but the fight doesn't honestly get much more complicated than how it was from the first time we did this. So, while the fight is interesting, I'm a bit disappointed that it doesn't get more complicated, to be perfectly honest. Because the fight is honestly really fun to do, but its lack of complexity ends up hurting it quite a bit, in my personal opinion. Like,
again, it's a Mario boss. It's supposed to be easy.
It's supposed to be easy, but it should, if not have additional phases, then should be slightly more complex than what it ends up being here.
Well, I mean, it's getting increasingly complex because now we've gone from 0 decoy hats to 3 decoy hats to 7 decoy hats. There may even be a 9th in there. Ow.
And... oh, we missed. Dang it.
Watch out. The hat is about to punch you.
But honestly, I'm just not doing this phase correctly. Like,
well, so you have to hit the hat directly without Tappy just wasting an attack on the other hats. There you go.
And it's not honestly all that difficult to do. I just couldn't actually line up my shots correctly.
Okay, now get up right in his big, well-groomed face. And he swipes, and then again, and then a third time, yep. And then he loses his balance for a second. And now, posture death blow.
Boom! Oh, we knocked the suit out of him, Mr. Cloud.
This puts poignant new meaning to the phrase, knocking one's socks off.
Indeed. And that somehow destroys the ring. I don't understand how that destroys the ring. Apparently, the ring was actually magical and being maintained by Bowser's mental state. But if that's the case, then it was never going to actually serve as a decent prison for Princess Peach, Bowser. Come on.
I knew that wasn't the end of the fight. That was too
No,
easy.
the fight is over, Mr. Cloud. Now we have a special event to go through. After all, Bowser is supposedly load-bearing for the Moon Kingdom, so...
Bye, Bowser. I want a Bowser plushie.
No, I think there actually is a Bowser wedding plushie available at the Nintendo shops.
Ha.
So, you ready for a bunch of Mario references?
Oh no, we actually have to capture Bowser.
We do have to capture Bowser in order to progress through this segment.
This is getting weird, man.
If you pay close enough attention, Super Mario Brothers 1, 3,
World,
Sunshine,
3,
Galaxy, and
Odyssey,
and we are referenced all there. I'm not entirely sure how many of the Super Mario Brothers games are there, but I know I definitely missed some of them. I think Super Mario RPG is there, but probably not because that's still technically owned by Square Enix.
I mean, mind you, this is not the first time we played as Bowser in a Mario game. I'm just glad that we've already well established that Bowser is he's gonna get his body back.
Yeah.
Because Mario doesn't kill his enemies. He knocks them out of commission.
No. So is this climactic enough for you, Mr. Cloud?
It's pretty well up there. I mean, I like that this is at its core a platformer game. So here, in order to finish the game, you have to solve a platforming obstacle course.
Yes.
It's perfect. Oh, here comes the 2D segment.
Behold, Super Mario Brothers Bowser Edition.
That is freaking funny. They took the sprite from Super Mario World and put a mustache on it.
Not Super Mario
Oh, damn
World.
it.
Yeah. I am not good at this particular segment, and unfortunately, if you die in this segment, you have to start the entire Bowser segment all over again. So
just like every good final video game segment should be, is finally, like, you have to stop relying on checkpoints and you have to actually learn the sequence.
now, although the sequence here is definitely simple, I'm just not good at executing on it.
Look, man, nobody likes to have to restart from checkpoints, but this is the final segment. Like, if you've been getting away with not getting game overs this entire time, you got to. We're gonna have to break that illusion out of you, because that's not how video games work.
It's actually how Super Mario Odyssey tends to work, to believe it or not. Because
getting it right on the first try all the time?
Not all the time, but most of the damn time. And when you get it wrong, the punishments are relatively minor. It's actually one of the smaller gripes that I have for most of the main campaign of Super Mario Odyssey that we will get into once we get into credits. Because, yeah, we're going to get into credits this part.
All right, remember, Bowser does not have a great horizontal jumping distance. Knowing that is going to help you get through this 2D segment.
Up and up.
As in, like, don't count on having a lot of discrepancy room after you reach the platform. Like, land your feet on the platform and move. This ain't Crash Bandicoot.
The other attack that Bowser actually has access to, there it is, the fireball, which you can get by shaking.
What the fuck is even happening? Okay, well, that wasn't that bad.
We're not done yet, Mr. Cloud. We got another instance of Jump Up Superstar to get through. So, goal: kill all 4 pillars. Attack the pillars.
What? How are we? Time for the musical montage segment.
Yes, the musical montage for Jump Up Superstar again. As you're going through here, you will notice that the raining meteorites are actually slowly deleting the platforms, as well as every time you take down one of the major pillars, you get significantly less platforms. Well, not significantly, but slightly less platforms to work with going to your next platform.
Yep. So
like
solve in any order you wish, and the game is going to adapt accordingly.
maybe not any order you wish. Like top right to bottom left is probably the order that takes too goddamn long. But and
release the core of energy.
Indeed. And just like how we started the game, we end the game. With an electrical wire.
Did you know that video games are running on electricity?
I did.
Okay, now that's the end of the game.
Yes.
Okay.
Boink. And of course, we had to insult Bowser by landing on his head again.
Kiss my ass, Bowser. This turned out to be our wedding after all, Princess Peach.
Hi, Tiara. We have rescued Princess Tiara. Woohoo!
Now that is adorable. It turned out to be a hat and tie affair after all. Is this where we gotta say goodbye to our hat friends?
After Bowser attempts to interrupt us again.
No,
Mario, that's a dash. Mario, that is a dash
Wario.
flower. She's not gonna want a dash flower for her bouquet.
All right, this is a bit much.
It is, which is why Peach just storms off. Peach, that's our boat.
The lesson here, boys and girls, is
If
that
you don't pay attention to your not spouse, she will steal your boat.
and just like the toys in Toy Story, your hats are watching you while you're not looking.
Damn it, Peach, that's our boat. Come back.
And finally, if you're gonna marry somebody, make sure they consent to the marriage.
Yeah. So,
The end.
this has been Super Mario Odyssey. We're not fully done yet, but since we're going through credits, I want to actually go through my final thoughts on the game. I fucking adore this game. I really do. This is easily the best 3D action platformer that I have ever fucking played. There is so much whimsy and charm and fun shit to do. And to be perfectly honest, a lot of the additional challenge areas, which we didn't end up showing off, are actually not so challenging that they become frustrating until you get into post game. The thematics for each world are almost fully explored, and there's enough thematics in each individual world to have individual set pieces feel like they're fully explored. Like the Jaxie specifically, we didn't play all that much with him, but the Jaxie is fun to play with despite how badly he controls. The giant PD piranha plants, you only encounter them a couple of times, but they actually are threatening when you encounter them. The mer people in Lake Kingdom, they do stuff. They're thematically appropriate. Like seriously, the details, whimsy and fun that can be had in this game are just all over the place. And while you're playing it, it is a goddamn great fucking time to be had. Pauline's back for some fucking reason, and we have realistic humans, which is weird as all hell, but it works. Yeah, I fucking love this game. I really do. This is a game that if you have a Nintendo Switch 1 or 2, because it actually does have some Nintendo Switch 2 upgrades for it, I definitely recommend at least getting it and playing through the normal campaign. I, however, have some gripes. 100%ing this game is not worth it. Not at all. The amount of bullshit that comes into post game, specifically in with the challenge areas, ends up getting way too precise. The stuff that they expect you to be able to do without Cappy requires a boatload more practice than the game is ever otherwise going to ask of you. And I will say that the game's quality falls quite a bit when you start getting into the post-game challenge stuff. That said, virtually the 80% of the game prior to that is fucking golden. Like, This is definitely a 9 out of 10 experience as an entire package, and for just the main campaign, and for like the first half of the collectible moons, this is honestly a platinum package game. If I were to start having like arbitrary rating systems for things. Oh look, it's Princess Peach's castle.
The Super Mario players.
So what did you think of this playthrough so far, Mr. Cloud?
Well, so far, it holds up as a great Mario game. Mario feels great to control. The polish on this game is amazing. The characters are adorable, and it has a knack for bringing a smile to the player's face pretty much in any world. Maybe not every situation, because it is a game. There will be challenges, there will be warm-ups, and there will be game overs. That I've had my fair share of game overs in like Super Mario Sunshine. Victory feels great, and Mario is a fun time having character all around.
Yes. In the next episode, we will start doing a little bit more showcase specifically of the Mushroom Kingdom and some of the post-game stuff. Be safe, everybody.
Finally.